Jasmine, no, turn around. What?
Emergency for service.
Police.
Yeah.
There was liquid coming out of it.
Natalie Hopkins runs a YouTube channel where she typically posts videos of herself exploring abandoned buildings and other allegedly haunted locations, documenting her experiences for her audience. The video we'll be looking at today sees her traveling to Bel Air, Ohio to investigate reports of paranormal activity inside the supposedly haunted Ross house. The video itself is over an hour long and contains a number of eerie moments. But perhaps the most intriguing occurs around the 44-minute mark. Natalie and several others are sitting in the basement attempting to communicate with a possible spirit when suddenly, this happens.
Could you give us a sign if anyone is here? Maybe one of the balls, light them up, move them. Could you give us a sign if anyone is here? Maybe one of the balls, light them up, move them. Could you give us a sign if anyone is here? Maybe one of the balls, light them up.
Out of nowhere, Natalie's sweater appears to move on its own, almost as if something is tugging on it. What's particularly interesting is her immediate reaction. She quickly notices the movement and turns around looking genuinely confused by what just happened. The timing of the moment is what makes it stand out. The group is actively attempting to communicate with the spirit when the movement occurs, making it easy to see why some viewers believe they may have received a response. At the same time, moments like this are always open to interpretation, especially when viewed through a camera. Still, the movement is unusual enough that it has sparked plenty of discussion among viewers. As for what may have caused Natalie's sweater to move, that's something we'll probably never know for certain. So what do you think happened in the basement of the Ross house that night? Was it a genuine paranormal encounter or something else entirely? Let me know down below.
Number 5.
On December 16, 2025, a woman on TikTok named Abby DeWitt posted a video to her account in which she explains that her autistic son, who was still awake at 1 o'clock in the morning, suddenly began screaming that the elf moved. It's a pretty uncomfortable video to watch, as you can hear genuine fear in the young boy's voice while he points toward the elf.
Mom, the elf has been under the door! Mom, the elf has been under the door!
If you look carefully, you can see what appears to be the elf's foot moving. What's interesting is that the movement seems somewhat independent from the rest of the elf, making it stand out to many viewers. That kind of movement is enough to give anyone the chills, let alone a child. So it's completely understandable that the kid was freaked out. But then there's the whole part of the little boy being up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, what is that all about? It kind of looked like he was in a daze, like he was sleepwalking or something, until he snapped out of it once he's seen the elf move by itself. When you add all the little details together, the story becomes even more creepier. When something like this happens to you or someone in your own family, it becomes a little harder to debunk or just brush it away, especially when it was caught in 4K moving all by itself. And I would like to think people wouldn't be this low to use their kid for views. So for this reason and everything combined, I think this is pretty legitimate evidence of the paranormal. But as always, I want to know what you guys think. Was this real evidence of the paranormal? Or maybe the elf on the shelf was finally caught moving? Let me know down below.
Don't forget to subscribe to Big Smokeweiler
for the best paranormal evidence.
Number 4.
TikTok user Francisco Javier says the strange activity in his home in Spain began after he explored an abandoned farm he found in the middle of nowhere. According to him, the place was filled with intense paranormal activity.
Vale, que no sé, tío, está por aquí. Hola, escúchenlo. ¿Qué va? Coña. Ahora sí, me cago. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí.
While Francisco is recording at the farm, a door suddenly slams shut behind him. After that visit, he starts to believe something from the abandoned property may have followed him home.
Empiezo a grabar porque estoy escuchando sonidos desde el baño muy raros y estoy solo en casa. Dentro del baño. ¿Qué cojones? No sé. ¿Qué coño?
Back at his apartment, Francisco thinks he may be dealing with more than one spirit. He begins hearing mocking voices, laughter, and even the sound of someone crying late at night.
Escucha. ¿Qué cojones? No hay nadie.
At one point, Francisco hears what sounds like a baby crying inside his apartment. Disturbed, he searches the entire place but finds nothing that could explain where the sound is coming from. On another night, the activity becomes even more disturbing when his Amazon Alexa starts acting strangely.
Escucha. Mira, se acaba de conectar. ¡Qué susto!
Francisco claims the Alexa is disconnected, yet it suddenly speaks in Spanish, saying, But that isn't the only strange moment involving the device. Things only become more unsettling from there.
Coño.
A female voice seems to laugh through the Alexa, but the laughter stops the moment Francisco comes around the corner. Then a different voice can be heard, much deeper and more sinister, calling out to him. Francisco has no idea how to stop what's happening, so he tries to continue his normal life. But one night, while he's sitting at home watching TV, the activity returns again.
Escuchen, acabo de empezar a escuchar a tocar desde esa puerta. ¿Están tocando desde ahí? ¿O es cosa mía? Míralo, míralo. ¿Hola? No puede ser. coño es eso? ¿Qué coño es eso, tío? ¿Qué coño es eso? ¿Qué cojones? Hay una luz aquí encendida también. ¿Qué es eso, loco? ¿Qué coño era eso? Nada, tío. ¡Buf! ¡Qué puto susto, loco!
Francisco hears knocking coming from his hallway door, and when he gets up to check, he sees what appears to be a small child looking in through the window. Shocked, he opens the door, but no one is there. So, are we to believe something followed Francisco home from the abandoned farm? Was he dealing with multiple spirits? Or is this just another attention-seeking whore looking for a little fame? Only you can decide.
Number 3.
On October 4th, 2015, a Ukrainian YouTube channel posted a video showing the uploader wandering around the front of Pidertsi Castle, a historic castle located in western Ukraine. At first, the footage seems completely ordinary, simply showing the impressive exterior of the old building. But within a matter of seconds, something unusual appears to be captured on camera.
Какая краса. Супер. Такое с архитектурой. Ух, нифига себе. Андриана! Андриана!
At around the 15-second mark, a strange white figure can be seen appearing in one of the upper windows of the castle. What's especially strange is that the figure doesn't simply appear and disappear abruptly. It seems to gradually fade into view, before later fading away again. The videographer appears to notice the figure as well, calling out someone's name several times before the video suddenly ends. Given the age and history of Pidertsi Castle, it's easy to see why some viewers immediately interpreted the figure as a ghostly apparition connected to the location. The castle itself has long been associated with paranormal legends and stories of hauntings. Not everyone is convinced, however. Some viewers have suggested that the figure could have been added digitally, possibly using visual effects and motion tracking to make it appear naturally attached to the window as the camera moves. With a clip this short, it's difficult to completely rule that possibility out. Even so, the way the figure slowly materializes and fades away is what continues to make the footage so memorable. So what do you think was captured in the window of Pidertsi Castle that day? Was it a genuine ghostly figure or something else entirely? Tim Morozov on YouTube decided to go camping in the woods alone. He picked a strange, isolated stretch of woodland and set up camp just as the last bit of daylight started fading away. From the beginning, the place felt wrong. He admits there was this sickening feeling in the pit of his stomach the whole time before setting up camp. Despite that, once darkness fully settled in, Tim placed candles around a Ouija board and began the session.
I'm retarded?
Breakfast!
At first, everything was quiet, but then the glass started moving on its own.
Стакан дернулся. Духи этого леса. Вы можете выйти со мной на контакт. Духи этого леса.
Moments later, a dark figure suddenly darted through the tree line. Tim had also hung walkie-talkies around the campsite, hoping to pick up a voice or some kind of response from whatever might be lurking nearby. Then, one of them, hanging from a branch above him, began swinging by itself, even though there was no wind. Static hissed through the speaker as it moved back and forth. Tim stepped out of the tent to check it, and the thing was still swinging. With his camera still recording, Tim suddenly heard an odd noise somewhere in the darkness. He turned toward the sound, trying to figure out where it came from. But at that exact moment, his second camera captured something far more disturbing. Something moved directly across the lens, close enough to block part of the shot, and somehow Tim didn't even notice it at the time.
Вот это фонарик, тень откуда-нибудь показалась.
It was only later when Tim sat down and reviewed all the footage that he realized how terrifying the moment really was. Whatever crossed the camera had been moving right behind him while he was standing there in the woods. No warning, no footsteps, no voice, just something silently passing behind him in the dark. After seeing that, Tim had no interest in staying another minute. He packed up his gear and got out of there fast.
Снова какой-то шорох, скрип. Сказала, уходи. Там рация снова шатается. Сейчас проверю я на Эми. Твою ж мать, это не человек.
What he left with was a collection of seriously creepy videos. A Ouija board moving on its own, a shadow figure in the trees, a swinging walkie-talkie, strange static, and something passing behind him without him ever knowing. Whether this was real paranormal activity caught on camera, or just a very strange night in the woods, is still up for debate. But if you play stupid games, you receive stupid prizes. Never play with spirit boards is my advice. On April 20th, a woman named Malia from the UK went out with her friend Jasmine to explore a random location generated by an app. The point led them to an isolated dead-end road on the outskirts of town, the kind of place that already feels wrong before anything even happens. Still, they decided to keep going. But when they arrived, they noticed something abandoned on the side of the road. A suitcase. Curious, but clearly uneasy, they stopped the car and walked closer to see what was inside.
Is it? We good? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, okay. It's a random like
It's
that.
a dirt track.
That's what I mean. Something's already nearly stopped us from going, and it's right here.
I know exactly where it is, and it's like a one-way dirt track.
Yeah, it's sending us down this random road.
Wait, let's just check the door. What the
Oh my god, no, turn around. There's a f***ing suitcase. Jasmine, no.
Jasmine, no, turn around! What?
No,
I don't know what to
just
do.
keep going, it's
Did
fine.
you get it? Did you get it?
Yes, I
Did you
got
get
it,
it?
just keep going.
Because that's a bloody suitcase with like plastic and twigs. I swear it had like plastic wrapped around it. Don't do that, I thought you saw something to my right.
No. Basically, it has just sent us to a location with a suitcase.
As they approached, it instantly felt disturbing. Inside the suitcase, something appeared to be wrapped in plastic. And when they looked more carefully, they noticed liquid leaking from it. That was all it took for Malia and Jasmine to immediately back away and call the police and leave the area as fast as they could.
Emergency, what service?
Police.
Yeah.
There was liquid coming out of it. And we didn't know if that was like something we should report or not.
Any reason that it's because last time we did use the app,
We got chased by this man and he kind of stalked us home,
yeah,
so...
he followed us home, so
Okay, you'll be there talking at the moment, right?
No.
no.
I just said round in order to go out loud, and a number of my colleagues have just turned around and looked at me and gone, so obviously other people know what it is. So, tell me about the suitcase.
It was... We've actually got a video of it.
Yeah, we've got a photo of it.
But later, when they reviewed the footage, they noticed something they had completely missed in the moment. Out in the cornfield behind them, hidden in the darkness, they weren't alone. Something had been standing there watching them the whole time. A tall, pale figure can be seen in the background staring from the edge of the field. Then, just seconds later, it suddenly ducks away almost like it realized it had been seen. Terrified, Malia and Jasmine turned around and got out of there immediately. Afterward, Malia says police never revealed exactly what was inside the suitcase, only that the case was still under investigation. So what did they really find on that empty road? And who or what was that pale figure watching from the darkness? Drop your theories in the comments, because this is one of those creepy videos that leaves way too many questions than answers.
What the
Oh my god, no, turn around. There's a f***ing suitcase, Jasmine, no.
Jasmine, no, turn around! What?
Bonus clip.
This next video is only a couple of seconds long, but that's more than enough time for it to leave viewers scratching their heads. The video was posted to TikTok by user Midget87 and shows footage from what is presumably the uploader's front yard in the middle of the night. Everything seems quiet and uneventful until suddenly this happens. Right around here, a very tall figure can be seen walking across the yard before disappearing from view just a few seconds later. What immediately stands out is the apparent height of this thing. According to the uploader, the fence visible in the footage stands around 6 feet tall, which would make the figure appear significantly taller than an average person. The movement itself is also unusual. The figure doesn't seem to stop or react to anything, instead continuing across the yard. Some viewers have even suggested that the figure resembles one of the many tall humanoid entities often reported in paranormal stories and urban legends. Without additional footage or context, it's difficult to know exactly what we're looking at here. Even so, if the fence really is 6 feet tall, the apparent size of the figure is what continues to catch people's attention. Sadly, there isn't much context available beyond what we see in the video itself, but there definitely appears to be something moving through the uploader's yard that doesn't look quite right. So what do you think was captured here? Was it really some kind of ghostly entity? Or something else entirely? Only you at home can be the judge.
Excuse me. Who are you?
My name is Jeff.